Got out just on time. Hello, folks. How you doing? Jeez, there's a lot of smoke over that ground. Mr. Opal, mate, how you doing, sir? And Mr. Ribsy, can't say your name, Ribsy. Mr. Opal has been buying me beers. Cheers, man. Game's just started. Darmundi, bro, how's it? Jamie, bro, over in the UK, how are you, sir? Paddy, mate. It has been a wee while, hasn't it? I can't see a bloody thing in this game. It's all smoke. 1 minute on the clock as I sit here. Loran is back. The alcohol that I mentioned earlier is this stuff. It's pretty gross from memory, but my Aussie mate used to drink it because it's better than the white stuff. It's actually a kind of medicinal alcohol, I believe. It's supposed to be a bit of an aphrodisiac, even. We'll see. We'll see. Sinead, bro, you missed a bunch of smoke. And, oh, sorry, I cut off the other stream really abruptly because Sinead, mate, was putting through that massive donation. I was trying to wrap up the stream, but I could feel Dad wanted to go. Like, literally, as soon as I turned off the stream, he was out the door, didn't even put his shoes on, just walked straight to the car in his socks. Like, he's like, once the game is done, I'm out. So, yeah. It looks like whiskey, eh? It looks like whiskey. But it's like a Chinese... Like, this says product type. I don't know if you can read that. You can't, because my big face is in the way. Product type is this first line, and it says Chinese spirit. Yeah. Mitch Hunt, bro, I picked you in my All Blacks uncapped 15 and just missed the first kick of the game. Jules, you missed the last one. The last one, Mum and Dad were here. You just stuck with me for this one, unfortunately. Sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but yeah, good to have you along. Keep me out of trouble, you guys. And yeah, I changed the jersey for the game. I only just had enough time because I was mucking around with that setting, Junaid, mate, because every time you do the donations, it wasn't like popping up with your message, so I had to go tutu with the settings. Hopefully that's fixed for any future people who use the tips thing at the bottom. The good thing about that one is YouTube doesn't take such a cut. But yeah, I at least feel like if you donate money, it should at least pop up with your message, right? It seems I didn't have the settings set correctly. It took me a while to fix it, hopefully. But yeah, so moved the computer, got the alcohol ready, and here we are. Landers and Reds. He's supporting the colour bros. I had to, man. Reds and blues, bro. Come on. We're like brothers from another mother. Brothers from another colour, alright? Reds and blues. Jack, YouTube takes 30% of super chats. That's why, like, on Streamlabs, there's like a link now. So I think it just goes direct to PayPal. So you kind of cut out the middleman. Yeah, I think that's why a lot of people go on Twitch and don't use super chats because, yeah, YouTube get their greedy fingers on a lot. I mean, to be fair, they do give you a live streaming platform for free. So, yeah. But yeah, they do take a big chunk. Fair enough, Gaza went from happy to kind of bored by the end. Yeah, and like he's just like fully old man mode at the end of the day. Like he's like, bro, I gotta go. He didn't even really say goodbye. He literally just left. So, who's the Highlanders' 8th man? It should be Marino Michaelitu, who is a pretty good player. What happened to Gareth Mason? John, I only heard speculation, mate, I'm afraid. I know he was having depression, but I also heard some rumours that he may have had a heart problem. So I legit don't know. I guess it's the same result either way. Oh man, I mucked up those colours, bro? That's red and yellow. No ref chat. Well, at least we know that works, bro. Thank you for the extra $1 and for testing that function. It works. I managed to fix it, but I need to fix the colours. Goodness me, red and yellow. That's not right. Yeah, Garrett Gazza didn't really go on too much about the ref because the game wasn't close. So far at 5 minutes, this game's still 0-0. Oh, fuck. Okay. Yeah, it's still pretty close. Cheese colours. Okay, maybe I'll keep it as red and yellow. Whew. Bro, this doesn't smell great. It smells like medicine. What is that? Like, whatever the stereotypical smell of Chinese traditional medicine is, this smells like that. Oh, man. Alright. There we go. There we go. I'm a man of my word. Gross. I've got a beer to wash this down with in case it's as bad as I remember. You just said it was medicinal. Yeah, I don't remember it smelling that medicinal. Yuck. Yeah. What does it say for the ingredients? It doesn't. It just says Chinese spirits, storage, normal temperature. There's no Chinese label. Oh, there is a Chinese label, but I can't peel it off because they've ended up getting stuck together. I probably wouldn't be able to read it anyway. Maybe. I think it's basically just Chinese spirit with a bunch of medicine chucked in, like Chinese traditional medicine. Good luck drinking that. Next stoppage. Reds. Hot on the attack, folks. The dono was the difference in likes because it went up after the stream ended. Okay, bro, nice. You're a man of your word also. I guess it's good that I can jump on again because you'll be off tomorrow, eh? We won't see you for a bit. Ooh, that's an ugly kick. Right. Oh, God. Do I sip it or do I just knock it back? Let's sip it and just see what this stuff is like. That burns. Jamie, mate, take care, bro. Have a good day at work. How does this donation thing work? It makes you buy some Streamless Pro thing? No. Shouldn't make you buy nothing. How did you do it, Junaid? I don't know. Hopefully you don't have to buy nothing, bro. If that sounds like a scam. Got a bottle of cherry schnapps from Germany one year. That gave me that face. Not too many cherries in it, you reckon? Oh, the stream ended with 157 likes. That's got to be a record. Red's turn to take a shot at goal. Oh, bro, he's missed that one as well. That was an easier one than Mitch Hunt's one, but neither was that hard. Ugh. Is this full time? Yeah, Cuckoo, it is. It is. This game feels relatively slow compared to the last one. Yeah, I reckon you're right. We've got no points after 9 minutes. This stage in the other game, we had at least 21 points already. That's the clip of 2 cents taking a sip. Jeez, bro, how you gonna do me like that? Alright, I don't think I can sip this thing because it's pretty gross. The record is during the World Cup, big numbers by memory. Maybe that's true for donations. I was thinking about likes. I didn't really ask anyone to like anything back then. No penalties in the last game. No, I think it was all tries and conversions. Let's try one more sip. Oh, God. Okay. Maybe I am just going to sip that. Savor it. It's delicious. Want to enjoy every moment of it. Ribsy donated $5 via the tip link below. Drink all that weird booze. I will finish that shot glass. There's no fucking way I'm finishing that whole bottle. It's only a small bottle. 125 mils, actually not that bad, but it's pretty gross. But cheers, man. All right, to Ribsy and his $5 and for getting me to stream the Reds and Highlanders and Junaid and everyone else who donated on the last one, and to everyone for being along. That's enough people. All right. Oh, Mitch Hunt. Surely he knocked that one on. Anyway, cheers, bros. Everybody. Oh, gross. Oh, far out. Don't do that to yourself. Bottoms up is the only way to manage bad tasting alcohol. Yeah. After I've chased it, it doesn't actually seem that bad. But there we go. Looks like it went down like rusty nails. I've had better drinks, I'm not going to lie. It's got a real pungent aroma, eh? My Aussie mate, who was a proper alcoholic, like legit alcoholic, he never drank in the morning, but he got shit-faced every night in order to fall asleep. Because he had some shit going on in his life. He used to drink multiple bottles of that before every night, and whenever I smell that, I kind of remember all the times that I crashed on his couch, like drinking beers and smoking cigarettes and stuff. But yeah, it also reminds me of Chinese medicine. So there you go. I've got mixed feelings about that. Chasing with a Tui Toby, a man of class. What can I say? I live in West Auckland. 12 minutes in, we'll stop this game to have a look at some foul play. To be honest, the last game with the Blues and the Rebels, although it was not particularly close, we didn't have a lot of stoppages for penalties, TMOs. It was mostly pretty free-flowing. Uh-oh. That collision doesn't look the best. Lord of the Kings, mate, I'm stuck at 12:18, but the clock is stopped. Once the clock gets running again, I'll let you know where I'm at. When was the last time I did back-to-back streams, Sinead? Ages, eh? Ages. I was doing heaps of streams for a while, but I was getting kind of knackered. Like, if you do it every weekend, it's a lot of hours of just talking. So, it's nice when I got the parents around as well. Amelia, how's it going? Bren says red card. It looks like it's going to be yellow. Nick Berry says yellow. There we go. Happy days. Ribsy likes the riffing. Yeah, Josh Dixon. Yellow, says Elran. Yellow feels right here. Still not great, says Toby. Yeah. I mean, you've seen stuff like that red card today, but I think we can all live with a yellow there. Really needs to get consistent though. Yeah, Ben, you're right. Like, I literally mean it when I say you've seen that kind of stuff red carded. Amelia's a Rebels fan. Yeah. Sorry about that. Hey, that was a bit of a thrashing. Good start, 14 points, but and they at least they finished all right. They still scored a couple of late tries, but when you concede 70 points, it's a bad day at the office. From the side, yeah, the ref said the kind of impact went through the shoulder or something like that. Jordan, it was a yellow card to Josh Dixon for kind of a shoulder into like the side of the shoulder and head of Fotuaika, the prop. Two tries to start, two tries to finish, 11 tries conceded in the middle. Well, they bookended it all right. Why have I got the Reds jersey on? I was in a rush, and literally it was the first one that I saw. I was looking for Highlanders or Reds. The Highlanders being such a dark blue jersey kind of blends in with all the other ones that are dark, so Reds stuck out, so I grabbed it. Utterly embarrassed for the way the cookie crumbles. We come up the flogging. Yeah, like I say, that nobody wants to see that. Even as a Blues man, it's not good for the game. Seeing that kind of result. Highlanders get a nice, easy out with a scrum penalty. Get some field position. Eat that yellow card clock down. Thoughts on Fakatava being the first pick AB's halfback after Smith's gone? I think there might be a transition year. But yeah, I think he's going to be the future guy, that's for sure, because Smith, Webber, and TJ are all kind of about the same age, like 20, like 30s and late 20s. I mean, I don't know how old Finlay Christie is. He may get the job for a bit. It may be him against Fakatava, but we'll have to kind of wait and see. At least this game should be better than the last one, Sammy. It should be closer, if nothing else. LDN says, was it the Blues game? What a game and crowd. Bro, it was what a game. Cheers, man. It was what a game in terms of, like, that's a spectacle. Bro, so many tries. But, yeah, that's a lopsided scoreline. But yeah, cheers, man. That's a good game to go to, bro. You would have seen a lot of tries. You got value for money. Whichever end you were down, you saw some tries. Saw some Rico gas. Okay, more TMO. Michaeli Tutu may be in trouble. He's not really dumped him onto the ground. Does he lift him beyond the horizontal? Penalty. Yellow card. It's going to be a yellow card. The ref reckons yellow. Lost your voice from screaming. That's awesome, bro. And Michele too is about to get yellow carded. So it's going to be league team, the Highlanders, 13 men, for like 6 minutes. Did I pick the Reds for this one? I hope so. Thank God Gaz is not here for this game. Yeah. He'd be on at Nick Berry already. Like the last game... Oh, here we go. Jock Campbell's got miles of space. Had to find it. 15v13. Well worked. That's immediate impact. Because the other game was such a hiding, Gaz, I didn't really talk about the rest much, did he? Huge space, and he's got wheels, man. He has got wheels. Makes up for the lack of cards in the previous games. Oh, you could say that. Does anyone do Super Rugby picks like the Herald used to? There's an official game, which I stopped playing because I forgot my password. Sinead knows I'm kind of dumb like that. And there's the Super Brew. I'm doing Super Brew. I'm going okay, but not fantastic. League team against rugby team, numbers wise, you should get at least one try. Absolutely. Someone did the maths, I forget where. It's 5-0 by the way, that said home teams with a yellow tend to score 7 and away teams tend to score 5. That was like the average. I forget over what time frame and which division that was from, but don't quote me on it, but I swear I've heard that somewhere. So if it's 15v13, it should potentially be even a wee bit more. What do you make of the 2 yellow cards, James? I mean, those are just cards these days, eh? I mean, that's maybe one of the more innocuous tip tackles I've ever seen. I swear that that ref Carl Dixon in the Premiership probably gives that a penalty only, but yeah. Get a proper haircut and you'll get those. I feel like we're living in an age where rugby players have exceptionally bad haircuts. Or is that just me? Am I getting old and just don't keep up with how the kids have their hair these days? Or have they always had bad haircuts and I just never noticed it? There's a lot of mullets around. Wow. Is that really a 50-22? Garden Bishop, what a meaty kick that was. That's like the perfect 50-22. Like 2 bounces into touch. Sinead, mate, I feel like I saw it on Twitter after England got red carded in like the 2nd minute or something. And it might have been Rugby Forecast on Twitter, but I could be wrong. Twitter's not exactly like the most definitive source, but they do some good stats. Mullets are back up and down in the country. Probably the most popular haircut. Goodness gracious me. Thank goodness my kids are too young to be asking for that kind of haircut though. My son's not like rocking a mullet. By the time he's 16, the mullet phase will be gone. My arm was twisted odds, mate. Blame Ribsy. Blame Ribsy. Absolutely. Not on Twitter, not going to join for a single stat. If I can find it, I will let you know. but I think it was around the argument because England got red carded in the Six Nations in like the first minute, and people were having a whinge about the need for 20-minute red cards because it's not that popular up north. And yeah, Rugby Forecast had a stat about how many points teams tend to score during, I think, yellow cards and red cards. I think. But yeah, don't quote me like I said. $54 watching and 20 likes. Phoenix, mate, good reminder. You guys know YouTube loves its engagement, so if you would be so kind, I'll be forever in your debt. Click the little thumb. My Rebels are woeful, Xavier. You're not the first Rebels fan in the chat to say pretty much the same thing, mate. I am sorry to say that, yeah, that was a pretty sorry performance, unfortunately. The Blues are a good team this year, but, bro, the Force at home put up a good showing last week, so it's doable. Bro, have you missed that one as well? For goodness sake, Mitch Hunt, man. In the double yellow card as well. Bro, come on. You got to get that one. Fuck. Gaz's choice. I know. Gazza loves Mitch Hunt. I don't mind Mitch Hunt. Like, he is quicker than a few of the other 10s around. But, yeah, he's a wee bit hot and cold, isn't he? Jinxed him. I know, right? I mean, I guess he could bring Marty Banks on at some point, but yeah. Always get behind your boy Mitch Hunt, Toby, but he's having a rough one. Yeah. He just needs to get his work off the tee a little bit better, eh? Hopefully he sets up some tries and whatnot. That'll make up for it. At least he ate a bit of time on the yellow. Probably could have taken it a bit more if he'd gone for full sexton. There we go. McWright didn't pass it. And was that Mitch Hunt who made the tackle? And then Mitch Hunt's on the counter attack. Come on, Mitch Hunt. Show us what you got, son. Ooh, he's just giving away a penalty. Bro, you were just redeeming yourself, and then, no. Anthony, mate, bro, good to see you. Yeah, things are going good. At least Mitch Hunt made that kind of key tackle and didn't get sucked in. Oh, time check, Sinead. Jeez, sorry. Yes, I forgot to do that earlier. The clock is not on the screen at the moment, but I will give you an update presently. 25:25. There you go. It's an easy one. His run-up is too cute. He takes like one step and just like chips it over, eh? He's got an interesting technique compared to most people. And Dime says this game's a bit of a mess. We got 5 points on the board. Eight seconds difference. That's not too bad. Alaran, don't ask for more TMO. Be happy we didn't get TMO for that one. Anthony, to be honest, the game's been a wee bit messy. The Landers did get 2 yellow cards, so for a while they've been playing the game with 13 players, and they did concede a try in that time. But other than that, there's not a heck of a lot of talking points. I think it was Ribsy earlier who said he wants to see Vunivalu do something. He's not really had any ball. This rugby league convert to Union winger. The Landers are asking for another penalty because, yeah, back-to-back penalties. One try but two people down. Yeah, kind of a poor return. Ribsy's called it woeful. If you're a top team and you're playing the Landers who are down the bottom of the table and you want to cement that place as a top team, yeah, you should probably do better than 5 points. Yeah, so it's back to a full complement for the Landers. 5 points. Could have been only a 2-point difference if they'd kicked that bloody penalty. My son's got rugby tomorrow. First game of the season. Could be an interesting game. Vunivalu just did a thing. He got tackled. I would say meters gained from him there was probably 0. But he's got 1 carry under his belt. Chalk that up. 1 stat. Sinead says to watch out. Alright. We're watching. McDermott. Asiata. They got advantage again. 7 phases. Cross kick, Crichton. Here we go. Bro. Hamish Stewart, take a bow. This game's been a bit of a tough watch, but that was a pretty sweet take. That was pretty sweet. Phoenix, mate, my son is playing under 7, so they basically run around like a swarm of bees. So he plays like bee number 5. Oh, was that Fluke? Sorry, it's not Stewart. Idiot. They both wear headgear. Boomfa. Over Mitch Hunt as well. Brutal. Really good, like good jump, eh? Mitch Hunt is having a tough night. Yeah, pretty much, trust mate. There's not a lot of tactics at under 7's level. If you can get them all to stand in the right place and focus on the ball, yeah. My son's current set of instructions from me are when he gets tagged, because they're still playing Ripper, where they've got the tags to rip off, like he's got this bad habit of literally as soon as he realizes he's tagged, he just, excuse my language, if you don't like foul language, mute me right now, he just throws the fucking ball wherever. Like in front of him, to the side of him, behind him, it's a lottery. He just fucking gets rid of the ball like he's just been electrocuted. He's just, I don't know why he does it. I'm trying to drill it into him. Right, if you get tagged, look for one of your teammates and pass it to them. Even if you have to take a moment, pause, think, pass. Like he's pretty good at standing in the defensive line. He's pretty good at running kind of support lines, and he waits for the pass. When somebody else gets tagged, he's asking for the ball, but he's not quite clicked on when you get tagged, don't just fucking chuck the ball away. Yeah. Panic. Yeah, absolutely, Phoenix. It is a panic pass. He panics like, oh shit, get rid of it. Yeah. Oh, you update the score. It is 12 with that pretty sweet conversion. Sorry, Sophie. Sorry. Your ears will never be the same. Tell him to look before being tagged, David. I think that might be a bit much for him at the moment. At the moment, his instructions are when you've got the ball, just fucking run. Because a lot of the kids tend to they look for a gap, so they'll just run sideways and run sideways and run sideways and just all go backwards. Some of them run to their own fucking goal line, man. They're only under sevens, so I'm just like, I don't care if there's opposition in front of you, just run as fast as you can. If they tag you, that's fine. Pass the ball to one of your teammates. Don't just crab sideways. Try to keep it basic. He's 6, Lord of the Kings, mate. He's 6, so he's playing under sevens. Here we go. Highlanders. 8 phases they've gone. Janae said to look up, so here we go. Try time. Nice run. Best run of the game from the Landers, for sure. Parental frustration is understandable. Yeah. It's just building blocks, right? Like, literally, when he started playing, he just had no idea what to do. And he's pretty good on defense now. He knows when the opposition ball runners are coming. Let's see this try again. That's just a step and gas. Like, that's too easy. For the Reds, that's too easy, but that's a good run. There was nothing too complicated about that. But yeah, so my son is just kind of building it step by step. That was cheap. Yeah, I think the Reds would like that one back. Hunt's nailed that one. 12-7. Do the kids have to weigh it? Not at his age, mate, because it's not tackle. He's playing tags, so they don't tackle. So the size difference is not really an issue. It's all mixed sex, so it's boys and girls. Yeah. Will we see the Umaga Jensen brothers get to play together? Maybe. That'd be an interesting one if they do. Good for the Landers' confidence. Yeah, they needed that one. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. That does. Well, that'll make the Blues feel a bit better about giving up a couple of soft ones. Goodness gracious me. Whew. Forget the Landers, let's make this about the under sevens. Box kick. Oh man. Who passed that? Was it Lynch's? And yes, it is. Gifts it straight to him. Oh man. Out of nowhere. Let's have a look at this replay. Pataya, does he... Has he touched it? It's going to be a knock on to Pataya. That's a get out of jail, that one. That's lucky. Lucky, 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 lucky. lucky. Yeah. That yeah, Tate can't believe it. That's lucky. Pretty lucky. Under sevens. I'm happy to talk about under sevens for a second. I know most of you probably don't give too much of a fuss, but half of his team, my son's team, didn't play last year. And again, if I can do a wee bit of cursing, it's pretty obvious the kids that didn't play last year because they don't have a fucking clue what's going on. These kids are 6 years old. You're trying to tell them where to stand. The ones who played last year get it a wee bit. They know to step. They know to rip tags. The kids who have not played have no fucking clue at all what they're doing. So the fact that about half of my son's team has not played before leads me to believe they're going to be in for a couple of painful weeks if they play teams who've got just players who've actually played the game. Yeah, I watched them play a mock game at the end of their training session on Wednesday, and it was just appalling. The coach, after a while, was just like, all right, let's go home. Let's get out of here. Had enough of this. So, yeah. Yeah. But my son's team last year at the under sixes won one game that I was there for. So, yeah. They were pretty terrible. So, we'll see. The clock is at 36:36. Tate versus Nick White. I think you need to have both. Start Nick White and bring Tate from the bench. Happy with that. Stephen, my son, plays for Waitakere because that's where I live. Out here in West Auckland. That long pass from Landers did look pretty forward as well, Ripsy, yes. Sophie's helped coach a few 6-year-olds. They're too busy having water fights with their water bottles to learn anything. Yeah, to be honest, while the coach was trying to drill the kids on where to stand to pull tags, two of the kids literally just fucked off and had a wee scrap. Like a playful one, but like they just could not give a shit about anything that was going on with this practice. And then you could hear the parents. I think one of them must have been Samoan because he was saying some stuff and what I think was Samoan pretty angrily to his son. Yeah. Use your celebrity to get Graham Henry to coach the Suns team. Yeah, I think Graham's probably got bigger fish to fry. One of the other dads is coaching the team. So, his son's pretty quick, so I've got a bit of optimism there. When I was 7, I was playing for Waitemata. Nice stuff. Does YouTube pay well, Damien? Not now. Not now. They used to be okay, but since the war in Russia, no. I've taken like a 50% pay cut. I think YouTube's just not doing as well. They can't just draw enough advertisers, eh? But honestly, it depends on the month. If there's international games on, you get more views. For Super Rugby and other stuff, oh, charge down, you get less. So it's kind of seasonal. But yeah, April wasn't particularly flash, but I'll still pay the bills. Yeah, Junaid is basically keeping the lights on. I got paid more from Patreon last month than I did from YouTube, put it that way. But yeah, I think YouTube just can't get much ad money at the moment. There was some report out that said YouTube's Q1 revenue was like down or some crap, so it's just like, it's beyond my control. Right, Highlanders got a penalty. Mitch Hunt's going to slot this one over, and we're going to go in with a 2-point difference at halftime. YouTube European quarterfinals this weekend. So for yes, I'm waiting for the lineups to come out. That's going to be interesting. You ever thought about streaming on Twitch? Not right. I don't have an audience on Twitch, eh? I'd have to get people to subscribe to Twitch. I did a couple of... I used to stream Rugby 20 on Twitch, and it was just always me and this one dude who was a Highlanders fan, and we just used to have chats. It was pretty crazy. Does it help if you watch the ads? I think so. If you watch them for 30 seconds, it does. If you skip them, you don't get paid, basically. It's the way it works. But like I said, don't worry about it. I'll make ends meet no matter what. Come on, Mitchie. Come on. He snuck it in, but he got it. You could tell he was hesitating about that one, eh? 12-10 halftime in what was not the most attractive 40 minutes of rugby. Uh, 12-10. Stream Rugby 22 on Twitch. Make a Discord. Well, Junior, I already have a Discord, but bro, I haven't been on there for ages. I'm always dividing my time up between different things. Yeah, he almost made a meal of that one. He did his best to miss it, yeah. Oh, he's a struggle. Have you ever seen such different games of rugby back to back? This is a bit of a contrast, you would have to say. It's a bit of a contrast. This game's a pretty tough watch. Not on Discord, Junaid. I know. I need to get on there. I need to do the old password reset. What can I say? Right, I got some trivia. Here we go. Trivia. As always, give it a guess. Okay, this one is movie related. It's not sports related. That game may be crappy. It's only halftime. We're loving the story arbitrary. To be fair, my son's current team has not played any games, so they may not be crap. But my first impression is that they may be a bit crap. I think my son's going to do all right, though, because I've been drilling him. As I said, if I can get him to fix the panic passing, he's going to be one of the key players. Trivia says, who directed Road Trip, Old School, and The Hangover? Who directed those three movies? Road Trip, Old School, and The Hangover. The only one I've seen is The Hangover. Shawshank Redemption. Good guess, Opal, when I said it was going to be movie related. But not quite. Todd Phillips, Junaid. Smashed it. Odds Odyssey also gets the right answer. I've never heard of him. Shows you how out of touch I am. Yeah, Todd Phillips. I'm assuming these are all like Road Trip and Hangover. These just like alcohol fueled comedies. Old School. I'm assuming they're all comedies. He also did The Joker. For real. That's a bit of a different one then. Okay. Fair enough. They may not. I'm just telling the trust that there's no confirmation they are crap because they're undefeated at the moment. But I will also put it out there that our second game of the season, we've been drawn against the Waiheke team. And if you're not from Auckland, you may not know, but Waiheke is an island. Like I know New Zealand is a couple of islands, but it's a little island next to Auckland. It's part of Auckland, but you can't drive there because it's an island. You need to take a ferry. The ferry takes like 20 minutes. I haven't been to there for, is it 30? I haven't been to Waiheke for years. It's a bit posh. A lot of wineries there. So the game starts at 9:15 in the morning, and apparently from the ferry terminal to the rugby ground, it's like a 20-minute drive. So the island is not that small. But yeah, that means essentially you've got to get the 7 a.m. ferry across to the island. From the city centre as where the ferry leaves. Or I think there's another ferry that can take your car, but you've got to drive out even further away. So there's probably, and it costs like $40 for an adult round trip and $20 for a kid. So I reckon there's a decent chance we probably forfeit our second game, because I can't imagine many parents wanting to pay $60 and be at a fucking ferry terminal by 7 in the morning, just quietly. So, yeah, that may I don't know what the other parent. My first impression is that I ain't fucking doing that. Why am I so sweary today? Is it that alcohol? Anyway, yeah, I can't imagine. It's a nice island, yeah. It's pretty. Like I said, it's a bit posh. It's got lots of vineyards and stuff on it. So, yeah. Yeah, Stephen, the Half Moon Bay one, which is in East Auckland, the opposite side of the city from where I live, that one you can take your car on the ferry. Otherwise, the one from the city centre, which is a bit closer to me, that one just takes people, and then you need to take a bus, I guess. So, Waiheke will win all their home games by forfeit. Maybe, but then they've also got to make the same trip for all their away games. Yeah, we never had to play Waiheke last year. I don't know what the deal is. Yeah, if that for a joke, tell them they're dreaming. That's a line from what's that airport movie? The airport wants their house. I know that line. Yeah, I wouldn't be happy having to pay $60 to take your kid to a game that we're playing. Apparently, Auckland Rugby Union will reimburse the team $200. So about $18 a player. So it may be slightly less, but you're still going to be paying a fair chunk of change to get out that way. So, yeah. I do reckon that there's a pretty solid chance of a forfeit. The Castle, that's the one. Can we have AB's games at Waiheke? That'd be nice, but I don't know what the seating capacity is like, if any. We should probably have a look at some stats, because it is half time. Reds will be disappointed with that first half, Peter, for sure. They had 2-man advantage and managed to score 5 points. So, yeah, not the best. Run meters 201 to 224 to the Landers. Turnovers conceded 4 to 5 to the Landers. Penalties conceded 4 to 7 to the Landers. Oh, Phoenix, mate. For my boys' second round. Cheers, man. Appreciate that, bro. I will put some feelers out for the other parents. If the other parents are like, "Nah, we're keen as we're gonna go," I'll probably go. But if the parents are just like, "Nah, stuff this, I can't be bothered getting up that early," then then we'll see. Yeah, yeah, but yeah, we'll see. Cheers, man. I do feel bad for that. Apparently, that team will usually feed you if you go there. Like I said, it's a pretty posh island. I would imagine. I think I've been there once. Most of the people there are pretty well to do, as far as I'm aware. I don't know. I don't. I've like I said, I've been there once for like half a day on a day trip. Yeah, apparently they feed you for kind of making the effort. They like cook up a barbecue or something, so they're nice. But yeah, that's just real early, eh? Like it's from my part of Auckland, it's a real mission to get to. Yeah. The ferry leaves at 7 a.m., so it means getting up at like 6 a.m. Yeah, I think if I want to take my car, I need to get from Henderson, where I live, to Half Moon Bay, which is literally one side of the city to the other. Then get a ferry, which takes, I don't know, like half an hour. And then drive 20 minutes to the ground. So yeah, it's like it's a real mission. Yeah. I lived on Waiheke Island when I was 17. Lived with your grandparents. Oh, nice. Nice one, Nov Mum. Were your grandparents pretty well to do or nah? Waiheke Island is half posh and half alternative lifestyle. Right. There's a few alternative lifestyle people on Waiheke. Okay. Yeah, I went there once with my missus. We only went to like the closest beach and then that was it. We came back. We didn't have a car with us. We didn't rent a car or anything, so it's like even though it's a small island, it's still you can't just walk around it. You still need to drive. Thoughts on Eden Park record coming to an end versus Ireland? Um, I still reckon the All Blacks will win. We're pretty hard to beat at home, even when we're bad. So I'll back the boys. I'll back Fozzie. But I mean, would it come as an absolute shock if the All Blacks lost to Ireland? There? No, it wouldn't be. It wouldn't be. Yeah, it wouldn't be shocking, but it would be upsetting to break that record. It's free to take your bicycle, Stephen. Right. The only problem is I don't have a bicycle. My kids have got bicycles. Well, my daughter's got a tricycle. My son has a little bike. I do not have a bike. I'm probably a bit big for my daughter's trike, but that's cool. If I ever get a bike, I'll keep that in mind. Mark Ellis lives on Waiheke. I told you I cleaned his car once when I worked at a car wash when I was a student, when I was a poor student. Sold the house in Maraita for 105,000 in 1984 and bought the house on the island for 68k. Nice. Since passed away. Oh well. Not a bad place to live. 105k. Yeah, back in those days that's massive. My parents paid $32,000 for their house back in 1982, I think. That was a 3 bedroom house and only hung $32,000. I think it was a 38. Borrow your buy. You live in Half Moon Bay, bro. That's generous. I'll have to work out. I'll work out what the deal is with my missus, what the plan is, and see what the other parents think. Hey, that's the main thing. I'll see what the other parents think. Visits the 22, 5 to 2. And the Reds have only scored 12 points. They'll probably not happy with that. $32,000 to get a 3-bedroom house in Auckland. Yeah, they sold it for 1.2 million, I think. And they had to buy in Auckland, so they spent most of that on their new place. But still, they came out with a bit of a profit. That's the whole idea, right? You downsize. Yeah. What's your opinion on Vinya Habosi, the Fijian driller? Bro, he is probably my favorite winger this Super Rugby season. That guy is freaking electric. I'm so gutted he's not playing tomorrow. He's amazing. He's gonna get. I don't know how long his contract with the Drua is, but if he's only on a 1-year contract, I would not be surprised to see him get picked up by somebody else after this season, because he's been amazing. He's been absolutely amazing. Yeah, it's funny though, Sinead. I think they told me when they were young and paying their mortgage on their 30-something thousand dollar house, interest rates were like 20%. Like people now freak out because it's like at 6 or 5%. Back in those days, it was like 20-something percent. So you paid your mortgage and you virtually didn't pay any of the principal off. You just paid the interest. So yeah. Highlanders should pick him up, bro. He's gonna get signed by somebody if the Drua have not got him locked in, because he's a really good player. Well, it looks like second half's about to get on. That was a quick half time. Yeah, no, mum, the house prices are pretty nuts. I'll never be able to buy another house in Auckland. I'm stuck. Mortgaged up to my eyeballs, but it's alright. I got in before I couldn't afford it, so happy days. Right, second half's underway. I'm at 40 minutes and 15 seconds. See how this goes, open mate. Yeah, curious to see how this goes, because yeah, it's not been the best watch so far. Quick halftime with the under 7s chat. Yeah. If I do a stream tomorrow, I'll give you guys an update on how that went. I'm still thinking about Chiefs and Brumbies. I know you'll be busy, Junaid, mate, but yeah. Oh, man. Novum, I actually moved out from Onehunga to Henderson. So Henderson's a lot cheaper than Onehunga, thankfully. So yeah, we own this house. This is like a little 80 square meter 3-bedroom place. So it's big enough, but like there's not much spare space. Like basically, if I'm doing a video in the living room here, I have to tell my kids bugger off to the bedroom and be quiet for 15 minutes. Little dinky through for Pattaya, man. Harry Wilson looks out. They need to stop the game. 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 He looks totally messed up. Let the medics do their thing, man. Goodness me. Where's the Chinese liquor? Still here. Yeah, I was renting before Novmum, so I figured better buy. Otherwise I'll never be able to buy. Because basically I left my uni job. So I got the mortgage with the uni job and then quit. So I had to get the mortgage before I went on YouTube, because if I was on YouTube, I would never get a mortgage. I don't earn enough, basically, to qualify for a mortgage. Yeah. Alaran, off to get your COVID test, bro. Cheers, man. I hope you are back to normal. Cheers, man. You're here, so you must be all right. I'll catch you again for another one soon. Hopefully, I'll stop buying that bloody South Australian wine. Wilson just face planted into the dirt, man, in a tackle. Another bot, yeah, I know. Wilson's galloping, and then he just gets tackled as soon as he gets the ball, but he just goes face straight into the ground. Boom. Like, that's just a rugby incident, eh? Mitch Hunt's been getting hurried up for his kicks at penalty time. Okay. Two streams, two bots, yeah. Don't know what the deal is with that. There was a while where we weren't getting any, but they're back in recent times. No issue with the tackle, bloody hurt. Yeah, basically, man, just faceplant today. Just unlucky. Just unlucky. The medics are on him, Jordan, so yeah, we'll have to see. Have you heard the Breakdown podcast on Spotify setting up their fantasy teams for Super Rugby? The only breakdown I know is the Sky Sports New Zealand one with John Kerwin and those guys. I don't really listen to any podcasts. Every now and again I'll put Bill Burr on in the car if I want to laugh. Scott Young's going to come on for Harry Wilson once they get him off the pitch. But yeah, they're taking full precautions with him. He was kind of trying to prop himself up, so I'm assuming he's alright, just he's knocked out. What's the best midfield combo at the moment? Like worldwide? Or Super Rugby? Bill Burr's great value. Yeah, I don't mind him, eh? He speaks like he doesn't sound smart. He makes himself like out that he's real dumb, but he says some really, I don't know, not dumb stuff. Like I'm not saying he's a real intellectual, but he's got common sense with some stuff. Like when he was on Joe Rogan's podcast, Joe Rogan tried to lure him into something about vaccine talk, and he's like, bro, like neither of us is really in a position to be talking about this shit, so let's just not talk about it. I was like, most people are happy to just spout whatever shit they want to say, but Bill wasn't having a bar of it. All Blacks midfield. Bro, that's the $1 million question right now. Best All Blacks midfield. Yeah, he shut Joe down. Yeah, I loved him for that as well. That was good. Looks like Harry Wilson's alright. He's just waved at the crowd, so that's good. Yeah, he gave the crowd a wave. Yeah, for sure. He seems alright. But they got to take all the precautions when it's your head, so... Yeah. Not that Joe is all bad, but he does like to run his mouth. Yeah. Yeah. I feel like Joe Rogan is the guy who like reads a Wikipedia page and then like spouts that sometimes, and he's like, I mean, we all do that, right? You Google something. I mean, my dad Googles every stuff, and then like he's an expert on it. Like I've been doing research. Like, okay, you've been doing research. I've been doing research too. I googled as well. Anyway, love Bill Burr podcast. A great company if you're living alone and not with the kids. Yeah, hence I listen to it when I'm driving by myself. Yeah. He also has young kids, so I can relate to some of the stuff that he talks about. And like when he complains about his wife, even though he like legit loves his wife like I do. So, well, I don't love his wife, but you know what I mean. AB's midfield will be Tupai, Ioane, Dime. I think that is probably my preferred combo as well. You got the speed guy, you got the big unit. I think that's a pretty useful combo, eh? Like Rico is legit dangerous with that extra yard of pace, and he's really defending better at 13 than he was 2 years ago. So honestly, trust my dad will say I've been doing research, which literally means I googled it, but he never says I googled it. He just says I've been doing research. Been doing a lot of research about these Bigfoots that they've spotted down on the South Island. Like, okay, like finding the dodgiest pages. Like, oh, bro, don't look at these pages. You're gonna get all kinds of crap on your phone. Anyway, Tupaya's rubbish, man. You guys are harsh. I like Quinn Tupaya. He's got power. ALB at 13. He's injured though. AB selectors have got a question. He's rubbish, man. You guys are so harsh. Rubbish. That dude's literally an all black. You may not like him, but you can't say he's rubbish. Yeah, should I literally panther in the Waikato forest or something like that? Yeah, conspiracy theories and stuff. Fainga Nuku at 13 or 22. He seems to just be the forgotten man at the moment. Like for whatever reason, they don't. He's not even been in the conversation. But yeah, I reckon if they're looking like if they wanna, if they decide that George Bridge maybe isn't up to scratch, then bring in a guy like Fainganuku, right? He can cover wing. He's got a point of difference. He can go into the midfield. Don't know. He's always complaining about Nina. He does, old Bill Burr. Well, she's a pretty opinionated character as well, so they're kind of a good match. Oh, big penalty for the Highlanders scrum there. Get out of dodge. Goodhue and Ioane would be a safe bet. Goodhue's not had a lot of rugby, but yeah, he's still got a bit of time to impress. This is such a bad game of rugby. Good lord, yeah. Let's have another drink, man. I'm feeling it. We need to get through this. It's like masochism or something. I don't know why I would want to drink this. This is. I'm in a bad way if I'm seeing this as like a preferential option. Goodness gracious. Anyway, Vander, mate, how's it going? How's the Chinese liquor? This stuff is not the best, I'll be honest. It's not the best. I'd much rather have, I don't know, even that freaking vodka I had last time, but there you go. Drink weird, bad booze and watch bad rugby, pretty much. Hopefully one can cancel out the other. Yeah, I blame you for this, Ribsy. This is essentially all your fault. Yeah. But we talked about under sevens, so happy days. Smooth. Oh, God. This stuff is only like 35%. The white stuff is like 50. So this is the mild stuff because it's full of all that Chinese traditional medicine. Landers are going to go in front here when they slot this one. How many likes in the last stream, Harrison? We got to like 157 or something, Sinead said. Something crazy. What are we up to on this one? Only 8 minutes into this hub. I mean, there was a long break for taking Harry Wilson off, which I don't hold against him because his medical well-being comes before my want to go to sleep. But yeah, it was a long second half. Yeah, good, Ribsy. You take that blame. Taking it like a man. Maybe this game may come alive. Like if it's still within 7 points, grandstand finish, winning play or try saving tackle in the last minute, and this game you suddenly remember that game was actually pretty good. Your brain's kind of easy to fool like that, so we're not going to write it off just yet. Twelve, 13. Shonik, mate. This game it's been a bit of a tough watch. Yeah, it's been a bit of a tough watch. But we're here, and it's close. The last game had like 15 tries, and it was not close. So take your pick, man. But good to see you. Victoria doesn't have the game on here. You're just on the chat on your lunch break. I see. Hope your Friday is going well. You're not missing out on a heck of a lot. I'm going to be honest with you. So, yeah, maybe be thankful for that. Mr. Braun, man, a bunch of you guys have just jumped on. What's up? Is it like lunch break in multiple people's work at the moment? At least there's other things to talk about, especially when the game is meh. That is true. If I was watching this one on my own, I would be probably distracted by something else. I feel like I'm going to be burping the flavor of this stuff for a while. Ted McDermott looks like he's a bit tender. Banged his knee, maybe. Shonik, mate, yeah. I mean, the Rebels had a 14-0 lead, and then they conceded a lot of points. If you haven't seen it, I won't tell you how many, and then they scored a couple of tries at the end. So, yeah. Burping medicine. Oh, God, why am I doing this to myself? It's medicine, Mark. It's medicine. It's good for me. Still loving the story of your son's average team, even though he's a good player. Now, to put it out there as well, for my son's under 17, my son is not the best player. He's just all right. He knows where to stand. He knows how to rip tags. He's not the fastest player. He scored a couple of tries last year. Like the top kid would score, if I can swear again, that stuff making me swear. My son, like the best kid in my son's team last year, would score fucking like 5 tries a game. My son probably scored 2 or 3 the whole season. So he wasn't a prolific try scorer, but he's steady. He's getting better. So yeah, he's not the star of the team, but he's steady. Some of these kids, the new kids, have got just no fucking idea what they're doing. They're 6 years old and they just want to be fighting and running around in the dirt. So yeah. Mother's Day is on Sunday in the US. The US and New Zealand. God, what is wrong with me? And that's also my daughter's birthday. So happy days. So I'm gonna have my mum over. Is that Vunivalu? I forgot he was playing. Yeah. So they're all gonna come around for my daughter's birthday. My brother and my folks. Mother's Day, birthday celebration. Happy days. Your son doesn't need to be the best. Nonu wasn't the best for a long time. Yeah, I just want my son to have fun mostly, but also not to chuck the fucking ball away in a panic. That's basically it. I need to rest. I think I'm alright. I don't feel particularly tired. But yeah, I don't know. That's probably just this stuff. Ooh. At least your son knows what to do, unlike the rest of the squad. That's got me belting out the foul language. Yeah, he's got the basics down. Whew. Sinead says to watch out. Alright, here we go. The Reds have legit been 15 phases. They've not been the most cutting, but they're inching their way forward. Come on, get it to Vunivalu. Yeah, no, the backs aren't seeing this ball. There we go. Ryan Smith. Never held. They're going to check it. It was like 15 or 17 phases or something. Wesley, mate, how are you doing, sir? We're watching Super Rugby and talking all kinds of other nonsense at the same time. Welcome along. How long have they been playing JP? When the clock comes back on the screen, I will let you know. It's around 54, 55 minutes. And Ribsy, you are 100% correct. Like, when I said the backs were not going to get that ball, I don't mind that. Like, if you've gone 15 phases, get the points. (1913). The Reds are back in front. That was a bizarre try. Yeah. The ref seems to be pretty happy with it though, I guess. Not tackled. What was the first Super Rugby game you ever watched? I don't remember. That's a long time ago. It would have been 96 with my old man. He would have taken us to Eden Park for something. We used to go sit on the terraces. So, yeah. Yeah, Ribsy, I'm a little bit confused about that one myself. He seemed to kind of be on the ground and then get back up. Well, Fakatava's on, so we'll see if he can make a difference. He had a bit of zip. The Landers are putting in a lot of box kicks this game, hey? Marty Banks is on too. So it's a bit of a change of tact, I guess. Marty Banks kicking range? He can kick him from pretty far, but apparently not from halfway. Who's the All Blacks starting six? Spicer Jesus. After the midfield, I think that's probably also the $1,000,000 question. Maybe Blackadder's the leading candidate or Frizzell, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe Akira Ioane actually, now that he's coming back into a bit of form. I think 8 and 7 are pretty much locked in though with Xavier and Kane. Is Balin Sullivan a wild card for the 13? Maybe. The Umanga Jensen boys, both the Sullivan boys are both playing really well. I know Sullivan Zahn is not a midfielder, but yeah. Oh man, another bot. What is going on? Dalton Papali'i, I suppose, but then at 6, I think if you're playing Dalton and Sam Cane in the same team, they're kind of similar players. So, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, might depend on injuries, eh? Oh, Hugh Renton. Or was it Leonard Brown? Big DLB got turned over. It's always a bit weird, eh, when you've got brothers that play in totally different positions, like ALB and DLB. One's a big prop and one's a midfielder, and like the Faianga'a brothers, right? One of them was a hooker and one of them was a midfielder. It's bizarre. Tom Christie's another one. He's another tackle machine, eh? Like, yeah, I don't know. Christie, Kane, and Dalton, number one thing they offer is just massive work rate with tackles. Oh god. Yeah, no more of that tonight. Oh goodness me. Wash my mouth out. Ugh. Ugh. Stuff better make me live longer or something. Right, 6 phases for the Landers. Go Falau. With the offload. Come on. Yeah, Dalton's carrying has been a wee bit better for sure in recent times, but I wouldn't say it's like his primary attribute though. Depends what kind of 6 they want to play, eh? Oh, Falau Fakatava with the behind the back pass to Scotty Gregory. Nice. The impact of Falau Fakatava, huh? No look behind the back. Crazy pass. What a pass. Behind the back, no look. That's pretty good, man. Novman picked the Landers for this one. I don't recall who I picked, actually. Carrying the ball isn't always in the plan for the six. Yeah, Dom, I would say that's one position that's genuinely really variable more than a lot of others. Like there's loads of different guys who play six and play it very different ways. Depends on what they want to do. Get Fakatava in. If he's eligible, yeah. I know he was eligible under the 3-year eligibility, but he got injured. So I'm not sure because he couldn't pick him when the 3-year eligibility thing was a thing. So now he has to wait for 5-year eligibility. So I'm not sure when he's eligible. Someone may know better than me. If Kane wasn't playing, I think absolutely Kane. Savia goes into 7, and you play one of your more genuine 8s like Satutu or like Soakula or somebody like that at 8 for sure. But Savia is too good a player to drop, but they also have to play Kane because he's the captain. So you play 2 different 7s, but yeah, ultimately. Could Adi Savia play 6? He probably could. Ultimate All Blacks team. Woodcock, Fitzpatrick, Brown, Jones, Retallick, Kino, Michael Jones, above Richie, big call. Mixted, Aaron Smith, Dan Carter, John Lomu, Aaron Major, Joe Stanley, John Kerwin, Christian Cullen. I never liked Aaron Major, but that was probably because he played for the Crusaders. I always thought he was kind of overrated. I think Satutu's stock's gone down with the All Black selectors, perhaps. I think he's added impact when they've played him, so I like the idea of playing Satutu, but honestly, the trouble is where do you fit him in? Yeah, I'll probably have Nando ahead of Aaron Major, to be honest. Maybe Conrad Smith. That was a pretty lethal combo, although, Smoke and Joe was a big unit of his own back in the day. Would they drop Kane as captain? I don't think so. I can't see it personally. I think Fozzie is pretty committed to him, but stranger things have happened. Andrew Mertens would be my all-time 10. Bro, above Dan Carter, what are you smoking? Andrew Mertens? Go back and watch the World Cup games and tell me you still pick Andrew Mertens. Yeah, the Canes Landers are going for the touch. Can they get something done here? Will they just maul it? They maul it. Bro, they're mauling it. Oh no, it's a move. Yeah, it's a move. It's a Tony Brown special. Is it Fakatava? Bro, are you serious? Maybe Fakatava does just need to start. Bro, maybe he's the difference in this game. They faked that maul, eh? And I was looking for sure like it was going to be a maul. I bought it hook, line, and sinker. I think the Reds did as well. What a step. Inside Stewart, too low. Not going to stop him. Talk about impact, eh? Fakatava. Somebody check his eligibility for me. If Fakatava's eligible, for sure he needs to be there, but I have a sneaking suspicion he's not eligible yet because the All Blacks were making a big fuss about getting an exemption for him because he was qualified under the 3-year thing, but before they could cap him, he got injured. So then they wanted to like get an exemption for him to still be eligible, even though like 4 years he was not eligible, kind of thing. It's 19-27, so it's a 2-score game. Maybe the Landers are making a bit of a statement here. The Reds not looking. I know with the bots, Junaid, you're doing a magnificent job because you're the only mod. It looked like he hadn't struck it well, but it definitely went between the sticks, that Marty Banks conversion. They want an exemption, but none is forthcoming in Britannia. That was my understanding as well. So I believe Fakatava is not yet eligible. The Reds are making a bit of a meal of this. The Reds stink. They're making a bit of a meal of it, man. Yeah, they're not looking too flash at the moment. Not great, Reds, Jules. Yeah. Will he be eligible in time for the Rugby World Cup? I think it would be that year. But obviously they would want to get him blooded with the All Blacks before that. He may only be eligible in time for the World Cup, you know what I mean? With no pre-stuff. I'm not sure. I mean, you could always bring him into the camp and have him train. He just couldn't play. Won't be eligible for the All Blacks until December this year. Okay. So he would have a handful of tests in 2023 that he could play prior to a World Cup. If you're taking him in as the super sub, then yeah, that's probably still worth a shot. Can play all of 2023. Yeah, that makes sense. But ideally, the All Blacks would like him in the picture now. But then, same deal. You could bring him in the squad. You just can't play him. Hasn't World Rugby changed it from 3 to 5? Yeah. He was in New Zealand early enough to qualify under the 3-year rule. But because he didn't get capped when it was still 3 years, because he got injured as soon as he became eligible, he missed the 3-year boat. So the 3-year rule finished. He didn't get his cap in that time. So now he's sitting on 4 years. So no longer eligible. So he was eligible and now he's not eligible. Yeah. Crazy, right? Don't want brand new players in time for the World Cup. Build the combos. If he's like third choice, I don't know. Garden Bishop looking guilty as a mother with his arms up twice saying didn't mean it, didn't mean it. Still 8 minutes to go. I am gonna do my video about these games tomorrow, because after this game I want to go to bed. Lima Sopoanga might play for Samoa. Yeah, Piatau for Tonga. Malakai Fekitoa for Tonga. There's a bunch of guys who will make the switch in all likelihood. Well, Peter Gus plus Leicester in the ABs, but too soon for them to be in the pressure of the World Cup. The thing about Soakula, he's in his late 20s, so he needs to probably get on the train soon, but where did the All Blacks fit him in? If you pick Soakula, who do you drop? Sotutu? Fakatawa with a little box kick. Jock Campbell made a bit of a meal of it. Now he's stumbling in his own 22. His forwards have bailed him out. Bloody hell. Don't think too many Pacific Island players will play at the World Cup. I mean, their contracts are worth less. It's possible. For the World Cup, though, it's a pretty big draw. A lot of guys will sacrifice a bit of money for a World Cup, but they just won't for any of the other tournaments, like whatever, like the replacement for the Pacific Nations Cup or whatever it is. They just won't play in those games, so they'll rock up like a few weeks before the World Cup. They'll cobble together a team at the last minute with the biggest names, and they'll probably struggle because sometimes a well-oiled team which has been playing together for a longer time with less talented players can beat one which is just a bunch of big names that come together at the last minute. But anyway. What's the vibe in? Is there lots of pressure on this World Cup? Are people okay with the rebuild? I think expectations are kind of low at the moment. But yeah, we'll see how we go this year, I guess. Yeah, Jeanette, I did the death chat video a long time ago. Don't know if I can remember. Oh, Garden Bishop's under pressure. He gets away from Dalguna. What a bit of magic from Garden Bishop. 4.5 minutes. Outside of the World Cup, not many players will play. Yeah. Outside of the World Cup, I don't think there's a lot of draw. I mean, as much as there's a few players who like will, basically die for the jersey kind of thing. But for most guys, it's not a financial reality. Like who's that halfback for Tonga? Takalua. Takalua literally like paid his own way to come to New Zealand to play for Tonga when they played the All Blacks last year, because he was like, he legit wants to represent Tonga at the highest level every chance he can get, but he was in the minority. Most of the guys were just Tongan eligible club rugby players here in New Zealand. That's why they got beaten by as much as they did. So, yeah. Look at the Reds bench. Tate McDermott looks dejected. Is he even watching the game? I don't think he's even watching the game. McDermott not looking happy at all. You're right. I mean, I guess it's two scores, so they need to score like right now. And they're going to reset that scrum, which is not doing the Reds any favours. Stoked the Landers are taking this game. Who did I pick? I reckon I picked the Reds. Like, when in doubt, I always pick the home team. I'm pretty sure I would have picked the Reds. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Live. Yeah, I picked the Reds. I picked the Reds by 2. So I didn't think it was going to be lopsided at all. That's a pretty lacking confidence pick if ever I've seen one. Three losses in a row. Honestly, the Reds have been really disappointing, the last few weeks. They've just looked kind of a shadow of themselves. I'm not sure what's the deal. Maybe Thorny's not having the same impact. Maybe it's just the loss of Tupou and James O'Connor. I don't know. A minute to go. This game's just going to peter out. Marty Banks having a run. Fiji are tracking well. People expect to see players like Fikato playing season for them. Yeah, I think people compare Fiji and Tonga a lot more than they should because they're both in the Pacific. But Fiji has got way more financial clout than financial power than Tonga does. Like in terms of population, pure population, they're how many times bigger is Fiji than Tonga? That's like, doesn't Fiji almost have like 1 million people? And Tonga's like a couple 100,000. I'm sorry if I'm pulling those numbers out of my backside, but you know what I mean. Like Fiji is massive compared to Samoa and Tonga. I think they're pretty well run, but also they're just bigger in the scheme of things. So yeah. Right. Well, the Landers got that done. That was not the most attractive game of rugby I've ever seen. But, yeah. That's a good win for the Landers. They needed that, and that's pretty crap from the Reds. Yeah, the Reds have been a bit shit. Unfortunately, the Reds have been a bit shit. So, yeah. There we go, folks. Right, Fiji does have around 1 million people. Yeah, which is massive compared to Samoa and Tonga. Bigger economy, more people, more investment in the game, seemingly a wee bit better run. You know, lots of things going for them. But there we go. 27-19, folks. Well done, Landers. Where do we go from here for the Reds? I don't know. Back to the drawing board. Yeah, Daramundi, they've been a bit crap. But, yeah. Take care, everybody. Wish the Warriors, that's my son's team, the under-7 Warriors, luck tomorrow against the Wolverines. If we end up doing a stream tomorrow, then I'll let you know how the game gets on. I'll try and keep score, but that's usually pretty hectic. It's usually a lot of tries, so yeah, we'll see. So yeah, go the Warriors for tomorrow. Hopefully my son gets on the board or gets some good rips. It's going to be their year, the Warriors. I'm sure they're not going to be rubbish. They're going to be good. But anyway, you guys all take care. Cheers for the company. Got us through this one. And yeah, I will talk to you guys again probably tomorrow. But anyway, take care, guys. See ya.